Come on.
According to the Virginia Department of Education, the average Virginian student goes to school for 180 days of the year. That means that the average high school student gets 6.5 hours of instructional time, which totals 1,180 hours a year. This means that your child's teacher has a great impact on their life. As you can see from our visual, the statement, "A teacher plants seeds that grow forever," is a true statement because everything your child's teacher does impacts their life forever. Currently, I am pursuing a bachelor's degree at Liberty University Online in education, so therefore I'm going to talk about a career in education. Also, I was pregnant at the age of 19, so now I know what it's like to be a young, struggling mother, so I'm going to be talking about teen pregnancy. As someone who is currently pursuing a bachelor's degree in education, I would like to show how you can use your vocation, whether it's in a Christian environment or not, to show that God values every person that you come in contact with. Today we are going to talk about teen pregnancy and why it's important, choosing a career in the educational field, and how you can be a teacher and show that God values human life and sexual purity. Why teen pregnancy is important. Teen pregnancy is important because it is a critical public health issue, not only for the public but for the mother and child. It impacts their education, economic, and social status. Teen pregnancy also has many links to other important social problems as well, such as welfare dependency, accountable fatherhood, out-of-wedlock births, and workforce growth. Now that I've talked about teen pregnancy, I'm going to talk about the education vocation, why choosing an education vocation is important. Teaching is a challenging job which comes with a lot of great benefits. One of the benefits is that you can receive a Teacher of the Year award for teaching at your school. To me, this is the greatest reward that a teacher can receive. Other benefits of teaching are that you receive the joy of being able to make a difference in someone's life. You're able to establish a personal relationship with not only the staff but the students of your school, and you are able to work with a variety of people. Also, being a teacher is important because God made teachers. An unknown author said that God understood our need for knowledge and also our need for wanting to learn from someone wiser. He needed someone with a heart of compassion and encouragement, and someone who could face challenges no matter the opposition. And he needed someone who could see the potential and the best in everyone, so God made teachers. Now I'd like to show how you can link being a teacher and teen pregnancy and show that God values human life and sexual purity. In your classroom, the first thing you should do is establish rapport with your students. By doing this, you need to make a link with the children and what's in their mind. But you can do this by having them write in a journal every day. Also, you can show them how what you're talking about can make a difference in their life. You also need to acknowledge your students and make sure that they understand what you're teaching. The next thing that you can do to help establish God's values in your classroom is to have classroom rules. The first rule that you need to set up is love your neighbor, which is found in Matthew 22:39. This rule will help your students to not only respect themselves but to respect each other. You also need to establish the rule of no personal displays of affection. This rule helps students to maintain sexual purity. Make sure you have an open door policy with your students. By this, you need to have reading materials available in case one of your students do become pregnant, to one of your local pregnancy centers that offer other alternatives other than abortion. You also need to not preach to them because they're already going through a sensitive time and they need someone to reach out to them. Teen pregnancy is important because it is a public social issue. Being a teacher comes with many frustrations, but the benefits of being a teacher outweigh the frustrations that come with a career. Implementing things that God values in your classroom, like human life and sexual purity, is important. In conclusion, I want to leave you with John 13, verse 34 and 35, which commands us to love one another. By loving one another as a teacher, you can show that God values human life and sexual purity. I want to encourage you to love everyone you come in contact with, from the smallest child to the oldest adult. By doing this, you are making a disciple for God, and you are showing everyone God's love.